What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with TCG. I'm going to be playing a game on TCGO today. Ooh, I need my microphone. What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with TCG. I'm going to be playing a game on TCGO today, and today I'm rocking Gardevoir Swampert. Pretty cool deck. It's a lot of fun, in my opinion. I love setting up Gardevoir and Swampert in the same deck. Pretty cool. Also love that the deck has Sylveon at its disposal to just set the deck up. Super consistent in that regard. Also does very well against the new Bulu decks that have been cropping up. Going to be doing a video on Bulu tomorrow, so look out for that if you're interested in seeing what Bulu has to offer. This is a booty hand. This is not good. Very bad. We've got a Ralts and nothing else. I do have a turn 2 Gardevoir in this hand, but quite literally nothing else. So we'll see what we can do. See if we can pull out of this little tailspin that we got going on here. Hopefully my opponent is not playing a super aggressive deck that could take an early knockout. I actually should be safe. So I don't think that they're going to have switch into I don't think they'll have switch into Lele and DCE here, so we're just gonna hope that that's not the case. It's fine. It's fine. Don't knock me out, Mr. Pizarro. Please don't knock me out. Just continue setting up your deck as normal. I'm gonna be just fine. I've got a turn 2 Guardy, so as long as, or maybe they have DCE Tate and Liza. What if they just go for Tate and Liza turn 1? Oh, I didn't consider that. I was thinking to myself that they probably don't have they probably don't have switch in their opening hand, but if they do have a Tate and Liza in their deck, that is an option, though I don't think that's a super popular option for many Zoroark decks right now. I think most are playing, some sort of split of Cynthia and Professor Kukui and stuff like that. So interesting. We've got a Lily here, so maybe they can play their hand down. Yes, with Ultra Ball, going to give themselves another basic. Hopefully I don't get too much going on. I would like to get at least a turn 2 knockout on Azurua. I would feel pretty good about that. And then if I can start to draw out of this anytime, that'd be much appreciated. So, we do have the Psychic coming down on the Trevor, so I know that I'm not getting donked this turn. That is very good. But they do get the full Lily for 8. I actually feel like this matchup should be good for me if it would just work. If my deck just operated in any sort of capacity, this matchup would be totally fine. So let's see, what do we top deck? All right, we've got ourselves a Curlia. Don't need it. Okay, let's go here, see what we got. We've got ourselves a Gardevoir, and let's see, I can do 3, 6, 9. I can accelerate 3 energy onto it. I feel like that's just fine. Yeah, let's just Secret Spring. And let's just accelerate. Let's get all 3 energy on. I don't think that there's any danger in doing that. So let's just Infinite Force. And let's just threaten. If we get like a DCE or something, we could threaten a knockout. There's a Lele. All right, I can work with this. Excellent. So long as this Guardy does not go down next turn, I should be safe. I think that probably we're looking at an Acid Spray coming up. If I had to guess, whatever my opponent is going to do to me, it probably smells like an Acid Spray, because I've got, 1 item in the discard pile, so they're probably going to throw a DCE on this thing. Do 70 damage with Gardevoir or Garbodor with that Acid Spray attack. If they get a Choice Band, 100 damage for that is not bad at all. They can also discard an energy attached to me. However, if they throw a DCE onto Gardevoir, that's a DCE they're not getting back. So so now they're limited to 3 DCE for the rest of the game. That's very important for me. And even if they remove an energy, I'm pretty sure I'm still at knockout. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, exactly. So the damage is what they're going for here. They don't really care about losing all this energy. I am fine with that, though, because I now have a valuable Tapu Lele in my hand. So I am going to go get myself a Cynthia and try to draw some more cards. We're a little ahead of ourselves here with this Gardevoir. Now, I do play 1 Max Potion and 2 Acerola in this list, so pretty sure the digging for Choice Band now. If they only do 70 damage to me, my Gardevoir will still have an effective 160 hit points. They actually have a hard time hitting. They can't, because they would have to do 180 damage to me in order to do that. So that's just not really an option for them. I'm going to save the Max Potion for later. Right, because the Zoroarks are only hitting me for 120, 150 with the choice band. That's 130. It's not enough for a knockout, so I'm good to go here. If only Bridget was in format, we could go get ourselves a Bridget. But alas, we have Cynthia, so I will be going to get my Cynthia. I don't really like playing Lily here. I'm not going to be Lilying for nearly enough. I need some basics, so let's see if we can go fish for some basics here. Get me some basic Pokemon, Nest Balls, something like that. We've got a Nest Ball. And I've got myself a Sylveon, but then nothing else. So this is a little bit sketchy, but that's okay. I think I get myself an Eevee, actually, and then I may end up just, like, going into that Sylveon. I guess there's... Yeah, I mean, I could just get myself a... Ralts as well. That's probably for the best. I have rare candy in my hand. If I get a rare candy, I'm going to evolve. If I get like an Ultra Ball, I'm going to get a Swampert and continue drawing cards. I think we're just going for it at this point. And then let's just Infinite Force again and just take another prize. We didn't get any energy. That's fine. There's a DCE. If my opponent comes up and tries to, smack on this Gardevoir with a Zoroark, they know that they're getting punished. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. That's a perfect knockout on Zoroark. So we could see just how absolutely ridiculous an early Gardevoir GX can be in this format. I think that this deck has a lot of the tools necessary to do very well. I think Gardevoir just falls a little bit short in some departments. Like it wants too many things going on. I think you can build the deck to be just straight Sylveon Guardy without the Swampert. You can jam a lot more kind of tricks into the deck with that, but honestly, I don't know. I think the Swampert's just more fun in my opinion, and I definitely prefer to play it. It's just a lot of fun for sure. But that being said, maybe the ideal Guardy list out there is not playing a Swampert. Maybe it's just playing Sylveon and Guardies. But that kind of bothers me because I really like playing. Really like playing a deck that has some sort of draw engine, especially with a deck like Guardy, where it's not just not just kind of waiting on your top deck. I feel like decks like Rayquaza and Bulu can kind of handle that, because their board position is kind of self-sustained. Oh my gosh, busted deck. Oh, thank you, Swampert. Here we go. Thank you, Swampert. Digging me out of this hole that I'm in. Power draw. Let's go. Let's go. Get rid of that Sylveon. Come on now. All right, so we're in business. Get me more Pokemon, please. I will take, let's see. I think I need to take myself another Ralts. Is probably for the best, yeah. And that's good. And then we can put a Curlia here. And I think that we just are kind of in on going down to 2 prizes remaining. And just, yep, there we go. So this one copy of Gardevoir GX, who started out all by himself, doing quite literally nothing, is taking 4 prizes. So really doing a number here. Took out multiple non-GXs on the way. So that's good, but I'm going to have to rebuild here. So I'm looking like I'm probably promoting like Tapu Lele. I mean, is there even any point? This thing's just going to have 1 energy on it. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got enough to do 80 damage to me. I might just promote the Swampert and kind of just soak a hit, even though the Swampert is low-key like the most valuable card on my board right now, because it's the only thing keeping my draw engine alive. So I may just promote the Lele, attach DCE to a Ralts, but we'll have to see. I mean, honestly, at this point, we kind of have to wait and see what we top deck to be able to go from there. But Guardy is just a fantastic archetype right now. I mean, it could heal itself. So, I mean, against Shrine decks, you can just like lift up a huge Gardevoir, lay it back down, and continue kind of just plugging away. Fairy typing's very good. Gardevoir kind of generally has good matchups against Bulu and Rayquaza. Rayquaza is actually kind of, it could go either way, because if you have a slow game with Gardevoir, it's just bad, right? But if you can get up and going quickly, like, you're totally fine. So It's, you know, definitely a solid deck, but I mean, a lot of my friends were telling me, like, no, you can't play Guardy at all. It's, like, not an option, but I think it's, like, on the table for me. Like, I think it's, like, it's not the worst. I kind of like it, not gonna lie. So I think that we just promote this guy, and we just wait until we can knock out, like Guzma, knock out a Lele or something. Like, that's just what we're going for. So let's get ourselves out another basic. I think I get an Eevee, and that way if I draw into a fairy energy, I can go and I can do my thing with Sylveon. So that would be very cool. Let's see here, we've got none of the above, but I do have DCE, which I'll put on the Curlia, and then I'll just Cynthia, I guess. I don't really want to put that choice band down yet. We just need to draw into a Guardy is what we really want, but we didn't get that either. So this is a little bit devastating for me. It could get ugly here pretty quickly, but let's just put down another Ralts, and then we're fine. Slow and steady, really. We're not, like, in danger of losing this game yet. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only got 5 items in the discard pile. So my opponents, the worst thing they can do to me is, like, Guzma up the Curlia and knock it out, which is, like, I'm fully, you know, expecting that to happen. That was kind of ugly. I did get a little greedy with this list. We cut to 3 Gardevoir GX instead of 4. I was trying to fit in another healing card, so maybe that is just a little bit too greedy. But if they do knock out the Curlia, that means that they're on an odd prize count. Yeah, that's definitely what they're headed for, though. That means that I'm on an odd prize count, though. So, like, that is a little bit unfortunate. If I can get 3 GXs into play, though, or 3 stage 2s into play, I can utilize my, what am I thinking? Super boost energy. I don't think that my opponent is, like, super going to allow me to do that. Like, probably not, let's be honest. But, you know, maybe. So let's see what we can do here. I need to just go up, and I need a magical ribbon. Is just kind of the situation. So we're going to put this guy into the active, and we're going to see what we can do here. 29 cards left in deck. There's fairy energy. Very cool. Let's just go ahead, and there's not really any cards in this hand that I want to power draw away, though I feel like I probably should. So let's just go here. And we're going to Energy Evolution, yeah. And we're going to get ourselves Sylveon, very good. I guess if you do Power Draw, you definitely have to Energy Evolution before you Power Draw, I guess. Well, no, not necessarily, because I could have just drawn into the Sylveon, but you should to thin your deck. Anyways, but I don't think that there's anything in here that I necessarily want, because if my opponent moves this Zoroark from the active, I definitely want to be able to Guzma. But that is, I actually have many more Guzmas left in deck, so we're just going to do that on this guy. Power draw a little bit, see what we get. Okay, there's the super boost. And let's just go get ourselves magical ribbon. And we want, like, Guardy, Rare Candy, and I have an Acerola in hand. I probably just want another Rare Candy. I can play my whole hand down. Yeah, so I can play my whole hand down, and I have the super boost, actually, so I can make it happen so long as they don't Guzma up. One of these Ralts, I can make it happen. But, and I don't have Rescue Stretcher. Oh, that's just such a greedy. Riley told me, he's like, please don't play that deck without Rescue Stretcher. I was like, but I want space, Riley, for my Swampert. So he was right. I mean, I definitely need to be playing a Rescue Stretcher in here, but this is just, you guys are seeing the greed, okay? This is the greed of this list, is that there is no Rescue Stretcher in here. But my opponent, I don't know, they might not have the Guzma. They've played a couple Guzmas at this point, 3. They would need a 4th, which they just might not have. If they don't have the 4th, they're going to Palpad. They've traded twice already, so I think that they probably just don't have it. They're going to throw 2 Guzmas back into the deck. They're like, that's the card that I want. And then we can kind of just have like a Stow Shop or Finale here, I think. Yes, because then we could just Acerola, we go super boost, double Guardy, and we've got game. So that is just like absolutely fantastic. Let's power draw away this Cynthia here, see if we just draw into our Guardy or just have more cards here to end the game with. See, you don't need Rescue Stretcher. Let's Acerola this Sylveon here and just put the Ralts into the active. And I have not, to be fair, I have not actually counted how many energy that I'm going to have on this Gardevoir. I'm just assuming it's going to be enough with the choice band and everything else. But I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that like this is definitely enough energy. Very cool. So let's see what we got going on. Let me do it, Palarzio. Don't leave. Don't leave. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. All right, so here we go. And then we're going to get ourselves Secret Spring. No, we didn't even see the Super Boost. We're going to have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. We can do 270 damage. So we got there despite some of our greedy list inclusions. And despite our very sketchy start, we did get there with Gardevoir Game 1. So let's roll another one. Gardy Swampert. See if Gardy Swampert can back it up with a little 2-0 performance here. See if we can win another one. I think Zoroark Gardevoir is a very popular deck right now. I think it is kind of low-key very good. We did see that my opponent was playing Weakness Policy, which is a card that I'm seeing kind of pop up in Zoroark decks more, especially with the popularity of those Shrine of Punishment decks and that Baby Buzzwole. Just Weakness Policy is a real clutch card against that deck, especially considering that Baby Buzzwole decks are not, to my knowledge, and look at this hand, wow, are not, to my knowledge, playing Field Blower. At least many of the ones that were doing well were not playing Field Blower. So I think that I actually am, playing against a, I actually have no idea. All right, so I think, all right, and they scoop it right up. That was a busted hand. Why'd you have to scoop? I wanted to see how that one planned out. I thought that I was going to be playing against I saw the Dragon, I saw the Psychic, and I was like, oh, cool, we're playing against Malamar. But I guess not. 2-0. We'll take it. 2-0. All right, let's go on to the third one. Is this the same guy? I see Dragon, and I see Colorless, and I see Psychic. So I actually didn't look, but this Gengar coin does seem familiar. So if I am playing against, did they just scoop when they saw a Ralts? Because I think that that's probably what happened, and I suspect that it's happening again. So like I think that they're playing their Gardevoir GX deck and they just saw Ralts and they're like, peace, I'm out. And then now they're gonna see Eevee and 2 Ralts and they're gonna be like, deuces, I'm out. It's gonna be hilarious. So let's see what ends up happening. No, they are playing, okay, this is not the same deck. Okay, so let's see here. We want to get ourselves a turn 1 energy evolution for sure. That's fine. Yep. We want to do that. And then, let's just get our one Sylveon. I could Ultra Ball away for like a Lele or something, but I just don't really feel like I have to. I kind of am fine just chilling. I could, we are ditching a Max Potion and a Curlia. Yeah, we don't need those cards. I could get a Lele and just like play a little bit more aggressively, yeah. So let's just go see some other cards here. We're going to Ultra Ball those away and see what we get. I'm going to get myself Lele, and we're going to Lele for like a Lily. Yeah, let's get a turn 1 Lily. If she was in here, she is in here. Thank goodness. Okay, so we're going to get Lily. It's going to be a pretty aggressive start from me here. So Lilith, come here. Here we go. So turn 1 Lily for 7, not too shabby for this deck, and hopefully I get a Mudkip onto the flow. That's what I want. Give me a Mudkip. All right, so we got our Mudkip. We asked nicely, and we got it. I unfortunately do not have any rare candies in this hand, but you never know. We'll see what we get next turn. I do have a turn 2 Curlia, so that's cool, and I also have a turn 2 Magical Ribbon, we are pretty safe. I mean, this is like the cool thing about this deck is that it's just more or less safe from those early judge plays. I mean, early judge plays kind of define this format because if you just like judge your opponent into nothing early, then you can just run away with the game. And I feel like a lot of games come down to like, oh, I Tempest and I drew nothing, right? So like that, and well, no, and then my opponent judged me and I drew nothing, and then you just lose the game, right? So that kind of thing happens all the time. I don't think that my opponent is going anywhere quickly, though they could go like Malamar, Psychic Recharge, Energy, and then Guzma, right? Because they could double invasion, I guess. But like, I think that I'm more or less like safe here. I think I just want to go like Magical Ribbon, and yeah, I'm cool just like keeping the Swamperts in my hand and that Ultra Ball. Let's go Magical Ribbon, and let's get ourselves Rare Candy, Guardy, and also a I think I like all these cards in my hand: Rare Candy, Guardy, and potentially I don't think I'm getting attacked next turn, to be honest. So I have Cynthia in my hand already. That's pretty cool. And then I could get myself another Rare Candy. I could get a second Guardy into play. Yeah, let's just do that. We're going to get another Guardy into play. So we're just going to like kind of tee off and be very explosive here. Get myself another candy. Sure. And then I can go, let's see. We can go get ourselves, I guess I'm not getting another Guardy. Yeah. So we could get Rare Candy Swampert, we can get Rare Candy Guardy, and we can evolve into Guardy. So we can do all of that if we just Ultra Ball away whatever my top deck is and probably the second Swampert here, just assuming that we don't get judged. Then I can use my Escape Rope to bring out whatever I want and probably give it a nice, good old smack with Infinite Force there with the Guardy. That'd be pretty sweet. So we're getting ready to kind of tee off here and just do what this deck loves to do. Now, this version of this list does make me a little bit nervous. We are kind of on the lower end as far as supporters go. We are also depending on like 2 copies of Acerola. Oh, we about to go off. You shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have gone let me go off like that. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, we Rare Candy there too. Yeah, let's just get that going. Yep, that's fine. And then we're going to Ultra Ball away probably something that we end up power drawing here to get ourselves going into the active. Let's see. I kind of want to knock out that Pokemon in the active though, like that's just what we want to do. So let's see what we get off of Power Draw. Let's Power Draw away that Swampert. See if we can just draw into another Guardy. That'd be pretty dope. We didn't. Oh, but we have another Rare Candy. Like we totally could have. Let's see. So I think here that I Ultra Ball. Let's Ultra Ball away the Ultra Ball and the Rare Candy. That's fine. Let's get ourselves a third Guardy. And now we're kind of like stunned, right? Like we're cool, totally cool. And we're going to evolve that. So we can go like double Secret Spring onto the active and Fairy Wind this thing. I could also like Plead GX my opponent, which would be very funny, but there's really no point in doing that. I could also go Secret Spring once onto the active, Secret Spring twice onto this Guardy here, and then go for, we'd be at 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I would just, let's actually do that. So let's Secret Spring once onto the active, and then let's Secret Spring twice onto the benched. And then I think I just like go for like game here. Like if I just like knock this thing out, we could do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 8. Actually, that's game right here. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12. Wow, this deck is aggressive. Okay, here we go. Cynthia, I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize the math added up all that quickly. So that's pretty nuts. I could start to set up a third Guardy. I just don't really even think that's like totally necessary, but like we could. I think that I'm probably cool with these guys right here. I'm just going to save these cards in my hand and not just like blow resources. But let's just Infinite Force, get out of here. 180 damage, nuts, and just going off here with the Guardy deck. getting everything going the way that we're supposed to. Board is looking beautiful. We have Swamp Daddy out on the field, ready to go, ready to power draw. I heard that the Swampert's hydro pump did get fixed though. The bug with boost energy is now working, so that's fantastic as well. One of my earlier gameplays with this deck, I tried to put the super boost on Swampert and it only did 100 damage for some reason, so that was like sad. That was really sad. Why is the choice band on the Inkay? I think maybe they needed to put it there during a Lily play or something like that. But they are going to get a Moon's Eclipse off this turn, so that's a little bit annoying. But honestly, I can probably just Guzma up something and knock it out. I would prefer to Guzma up like, a GX and knock it out. I think I can do that. It's a little bit greedy though. I'm really leaving my board position with nothing. But I am saying that if I eventually can draw into if I can eventually draw into a super boost energy or something like that, then maybe I can, I can one-hit KO this thing pretty easily, even if I kind of deprive myself of energy. So we definitely are going to Guzma around this thing this turn. I could just Acerola, like that's fine, but I could Acerola and I could Magical Ribbon and just go from there. Like, that's not a horrible play for me, or I could just be like full on greed mode and just, and just try to, let's see what we get here. I might go full on greed mode. I don't know. It sounds kind of good. Let's just power draw away this Sylveon, see what we draw ourselves into. We got an Eevee. I've got a rare candy. I know I can go get myself another Guardy. If I put down 2 Ralts, I won't feel bad about the Acerola play if I just put down 2 Ralts and then I kind of Magical Ribbon for a bunch of cards. And I don't want to like have anything silly happen. Actually, I want to take a knockout this turn. I want to get my opponent off the B-string turn. And they actually made this a little easier for me by taking this guy. So let's Ultra Ball away the Kirlia and the Eevee. Sure. And let's get ourselves another Ralts. We're going to get that guy down. So that's good. And then next turn we could get our third, we can get our third dude into play. So that would be cool. And keep our 3, we want 3 stage 2s in play, so I might be able to end the game on Super Boost. So we're doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So we need one more Secret Spring onto the active. So that's good there. And then I need just the 1 energy on my bench. So we're 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. I always like double, triple, quadruple count my stuff because I didn't realize I have the choice band there. That's fine. So we're wasting energy here, but that's all good. I should have just used the choice band, but we out here. We'll save that choice band. We'll use it for something else. So we're just going to take this knockout. And all of this energy is going to go to waste, but I do still have some energy left in deck. So I should be able to kind of make some things happen here. I also have, we have a bunch of Acerolas. I'm not exactly sure if these Acerolas are worth it. Maybe I'd be better off playing Max Potions. I know I want some sort of healing in the deck for those annoying Shrine of Punishment decks, but I don't know. I'm kind of just still figuring it out. This is just one of many lists that I'm working on at the moment, and I know it wants some healing cards. I feel like 3 healing cards is like a fair amount, and that's why I'm playing a split. And this is something that I know I do as far as like deck building goes to try and just give myself like the best idea possible as to, what cards I want to play, is that I'll try a split. If I can't decide between 2 cards, I'll play a split and I'll see which one did I like better, right? And then you kind of go with that one. So at this point, I haven't really used either, but I like Acerola because it saves your energy and it might be able to keep you from having to use Twilight GX, right? Which is very cool. So I think here, yes, we're getting all of our energy kind of wiped out by an Oranguru. So sad day. Very, very sad. Let's see. We could just do like a GX here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have 6 energy in the discard pile. We could just do a GX attack. So let's see what we end up getting here. promoting this Guardy. We'll see what we end up getting off of the power draw. Let's Nest Ball here first as well. Let's get ourselves another Ralts into play. There's pretty much no harm in that. I do have 2 fairies, 3 DCE. Oh, and my opponent scoops. All right, so like they kind of knew what was going on there. I mean, I don't know, that or they just didn't feel like waiting for my long turns. But we're going to roll into game 3 here. Guardy Swamp version 2.0. This is the version with more heals going on. And we're playing against Germist, who has a fairy, colorless, and psychic deck. So, Germist, what kind of fairy, colorless, psychic deck do you have? I feel like I am going to be playing against a Shrine deck. That's just my suspicion. Or I could be playing a Gardevoir, though I feel like Gardevoirs have been less popular here lately than they were previously at the onset of the format. And this is a beautiful turn 1 hand. I don't know. You know what? I'm not playing all that many supporters in this list, but who needs to when your hands look this good all the time? Honestly, it's a little bit of a greedy list. Like, I have to admit, there's not even a Rescue Stretcher in here. But like, who needs Rescue Stretcher when you can just Twilight everything back? So let's see. Is my other Sylveon in here? My other Sylveon is in here. That's fine. Yeah, so we'll just end up Ultra Balling away this Sylveon in my hand or something like that. And let's go turn 1, Lily. We only play 1. Busted, opened it. There it is. And yeah, okay. So other than that, the opening hand was a little bit of a dudder, but that's fine. I think that, yeah, there's no point in benching that other EV there. We're just going to go in with a turn 2 Magical Ribbon, or we could go in with a turn 2, you know, just be aggressive and kind of smack this thing. But I don't think I really want to do that. I think I want to start to set up my deck with Magical Ribbon. We want to get ourselves like a Ralts, or not a Ralts, a Swampert eventually. So we're going to need a Mudkip. I think that I'm probably going to go for, just when I do Magical Ribbon, like a Rare Candy, a Curlia, and a Cynthia. Probably seems the best. And this is a Gardevoir, so this should be very interesting to see how this buffs out. I know that I've had some tough Gardevoirs in the past. They can really just go like either way. They only have 1 Ralts down turn 1. So if I can actually, I can't Guzma knock that out, that I would love to Guzma knock that out. It's just not really an option for me unless I top deck Rare Candy or something. It's just I can't get the DC down, so that's not going to happen. But we'll see what my opponent decides to get. Wish I had my Judge in my hand, something like that. We could judge my opponent. But, I mean, there's really no point. They only have 1 Ralts down. This isn't going to be an explosive turn 2 from them by any means. It's probably just going to be a Magical Ribbon. Then I'm probably going to attach an energy in Magical Ribbon as well. That's probably... Oh, we do have a Lele here. So we could make some things happen. But, honestly... I just don't really know if it's worth it. I don't have Fan Club in this deck. Fan Club would be very good right now, but I don't have it. And I already have a Guardy and a Swampert in my hand and Max Potion and all that. So I feel like I'm just fine going here and then using Magical Ribbon. Let's just do that. So we're going to Magical Ribbon. We're going to get ourselves a Nest Ball. We're going to get ourselves a Rare Candy, a Curlia. Did I say that? Let's get ourselves a Nest Ball, a Rare Candy, and a Curlia. That sounds fine. There's really no reason to get myself... That's cool. There's really no reason to get myself like a... I'm just thinking like a Cynthia, because I could just use this Lele here to get myself another supporter. They may have like stacked their hand with a Judge, though. That'd be a pretty heads-up play from my opponent to try and like take the early lead here, would be to just get themselves these cards. Oh, and I see they're playing Cutie Fly, so that's very cool. Or they could just go in and, turn 2 Plea GX me and just try to take the lead that way, that's what I am betting that they're going to do. So if this is a Cynthia, like they're totally about to plea me. Tate and Liza, yep, we about to get plead up in here. So that's like fine. Honestly, I'm not even really concerned about that. I'll just throw down some more basics and then we're just going to try again. They're going to Fairy Wind. Okay, so we're not getting plead. Maybe they will plea me next turn though. I could plea my opponent this turn. That would be kind of funny. I think let's see. We don't have a fairy energy though. I wish I could use this max potion now, but we don't really have that. I could Acerola it though. I can do that. So let's see. Think I could. No, I can't Acerola it because I can't Energy Evolution because my other Sylveon is in my hand. So that's kind of annoying. So let's see here. We'll save those for other things. Let's just Rare Candy into Guardy like we know we're doing that. And then let's, I think we could Guzma and like make it so that my opponent doesn't really want to plea. Like we could do that. Yeah, let's get this guy. And then let's evolve into Curlia as well. How many hit points? 30 hit points. That's exactly what I want to see. So that's pretty cool. I could just Guzma and the Cutie Fly and kind of go from there. But I also want to get some more stage 2s in play, but I'm worried if I do this again, like I'm gonna get pleed. So let's just bring that guy up, and we'll just be a little aggressive. I don't want to get pleed, so that's like my major concern here. And then I think like next turn I can use the Lele and search out a supporter or something like that. That is a valid option. So let's just infinite force this thing. I don't want to throw the DCE onto the Guardy yet because I want to be able to like max potion this thing and then go from there. So we've got ourselves an Ultra Ball. That's good. I can get myself a second Gardevoir GX. And then if we just top deck a Rare Candy, I can use this Super Boost energy, which would be awesome and is like, my major, like most exciting play of the game every time I play Guardy. I really just want to play Swampert in decks so that I can play Super Boost energy. Like, who am I kidding? Super Boost is like the most fun part of playing the Swampert engine is that you get to rock out with that Super Boost energy, even in situations where it might not be the most responsible thing ever. So let's see. The Sylveon's going down. They're gonna plea me. They totally want to plea me. They are gonna do that, aren't they? That just would be kind of annoying. Don't plea me, bro. Don't be like that. But it looks like that's probably what they're going to do. If they do plea me, I will have at least a fairy energy, and I can max potion the Sylveon and kind of just go from there. I will need, it doesn't really matter. I'll probably be in like one hit KO range anyway, from this big Guardy here on the bench. No, they are going to fairy. I keep thinking that they're going to plea, but they just don't. So that's like totally fine. I think I'm just okay with this. Let's see, what are we going to do here, though? I can obviously, get a hand where I knock out the Sylveon, but that's not really what I want to do. I don't really want to knock out the Sylveon. I kind of want to just knock out, I would rather knock out that Guardy. That might be a big ask, though, so I just, let's see what we end up getting off of this. Okay, yeah, let's just go up with the Guardy. Okay. We're going to do that. So let's see what we end up getting off the top deck here. We've got ourselves a Cynthia, so that's good. I don't need to actually put the Lele down. So we do like that. I think that I just go 3. I think we just take the knockout and we kind of... But then if we do take that knockout, we're just like accepting fate on that Guardy on the bench. So I think we may... want to... Oh, it's just such a tough call. I could Guzma, right? And I could Guzma and poke into this Guardy. That's like what we really want to do. So I think maybe we just do it with our Lele. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We'd be doing a ton of damage with it with just the DCE. So let's just do that. Yep, sure. I'm fine with it. Yep. We're going to get ourselves a Guzma. And I'm just going to go poke up that... Sure. I'm just going to go poke that dude up. Let's Guzma... get him out, and then we're gonna soften this thing up a little bit, and if they take a knockout here, that's fine. And maybe this is a bad play, like maybe I should have just Cynthia that turn, but I don't want to just like bite. I'm like in a very bad situation. I can't really bite on that Sylveon right now, because then I'm just like totally getting smoked, so I really can't afford to do that. Let's Ultra Ball away these guys here. Let's get myself another Guardy, and we want to just get ourselves, or should I get a Ralts, and then like hope that I can really... No, we're gonna get another Guardy. All right, 2 Guardies is very good. So I'm gonna soften this thing up, and then I don't know, we'll see what my opponent does. and we're going to poke, energy drive. So like we pretty much are sacrificing this thing. We're hoping that my opponent just has got nothing after, after this. I mean, they don't have any other Ralts down yet. So we're kind of hoping that we can finesse, this is their only Gardevoir. Both my Gardevoirs are clean, that they can't afford to heal this Gardevoir off, and that they'll have to set up another one. And, we want to keep low energy on our Guardies so that they're like kind of safe, right? That's kind of our thought. So I imagine my opponent's going to go for a Cynthia or something. That or they Guzma and plea me. I keep thinking that maybe they'll plea, but I think at this point, if they are getting a Guzma, so maybe they will plea. Maybe now is the time they will finally plea GX. I don't know, but I think that this is the time they're going to plea GX. I mean, if they don't plea GX here, then I'm just wrong, right? So I think that this is it, that they're going to do it, in which case I need to desperately kind of set my board back up. I think that they kind of just made better use of this Sylveon than I did, I guess. It just never felt like a good time for me to plea because my opponent only had one Guardy on the bench. So it just never felt good to me. At this point, I'm like, are they playing Sylveon? Like, I don't even actually know. I feel like that's just still, I've only seen one Guardy. So I'm just highly confused as to what they're actually doing. But let's see. If they Fairy Wind, I'm going to be shocked. But I think we're getting plead here. Both Guardies are going to go back up to my hand. That's going to be kind of sad. And then I'm going to need to try to, set them back up. I don't think that I actually want to. I don't know how I'm gonna finagle this one, but I think we can. My opponent's Guardy is like super weak at this point, so I think I can kind of afford to sack this Lele. I can poke the Sylveon with the Lele if I can just get it out of the act. If I can get the Mudkip out of the active, which I can, because I can guarantee retreat this dude here. So let's, at this point, this hand just feels so big. It would feel so wrong to shuffle it all in, honestly. Let's get ourselves a Ralts, but I kind of, let's just look at this thing. All right, so we've got Ralts, we've got Ralts, we've got Ralts. We've got ourselves a retreat, and we can hit into this thing. I think I need to like give myself an out to like maybe draw into some rare candies or something. Like the one Curlia is not worth keeping that hand. So here we go. We've got ourselves actually a great go here. So this is we got the Swampert, and then I actually need to be careful because that's my second rare candy down. So that will power draw. Yeah, I feel like we do power draw since we'll probably want some of these things here. I don't want to waste the DCEs yet. I could do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's not worth it. So let's do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's fine. Yeah, we're just going to energy drive for 100 damage. I don't want to commit any of these energies to the benched Ralts yet, because they just aren't ready. They are not ready to become Guardies yet. So this is going to be a real grinder of a game. Just a lot of weird interactions. Obviously, Plea kind of just decimating my board. And my opponent is winning on prizes, but I would argue that my board position is like a little bit stronger right now, unless they start busting out the healing, because I have 4 prizes in the making right here. And let's see, my opponent, they are going to bite on this Lele. They're going to knock it out. So I kind of just need a response, and I need it here. I need to get myself a rare candy Guardy off of this. And we would do 3, 6, 9, 12. Oof. So that's a lot to ask for. Let's see if we can do it. That's a start. I feel like at this point I might just power draw and hope for the rare candy. The max potion. We'd lose the max potion. Let's see here. If we power draw, hope for the rare candy, that or we shuffle draw 6 and get 6 brand new cards. And we might get, how many Ultra Ball? We do have 2 Ultra Balls left. I feel like I'm just going to attach that, and we're going to Cynthia. And we're going to hope that, we need a combination here. We are getting a lot, I'm still in a similar situation where I just like need to get, I need to get the correct cards here off of, I just need one of these rare candies. So I only have one rare candy in deck, so that's kind of tough. But let's just, let's power draw and see how we do. So we'll power draw here, see what's happening. We did not get the rare candy. Oh, so sad. So I think at this point, we have to evolve into another Curlia here. And I can't sacrifice my guy. Oh, they're going to get themselves in a situation where they just need Guzma to win. I should not have benched this Ralt, but I wanted to thin my deck. I really wanted to give myself the highest odds possible here. So 3-6-9, we don't want to give them an option to potentially knock out my dude. So we just kind of have to pass here with the Ralt active, and then we'll get that Guardy next turn with my own Guardy. And they don't have, I was going to say, they don't really have anything else in play right now. That's the second Ralts that we've seen. But all they need to do is just Fairy Wind Guzma and they win. So if they just have Guzma, that's game over. And we can see how few supporters they've played this turn. So crazy stuff. Definitely a weird match here, but that's it's all good. Let's see. So we've got our Guardy. Let's see. Can we power draw here? And let's see. Can we draw anything good? I don't know. See what we get off of this. Judge would seem fine. But we've got ourselves a second Guardy. And we've got the Curlia. But yeah, we need to just, we've got 3 Guardies out at this point. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I mean, we could just put the super boost on this thing and kind of have ourselves a little bit of a field day. So that's fun. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Yeah, that's a knockout. So let's just Infinite Force, get that thing out of here. And I still have 3 energy in my hand, but at this point, oh, there's my Judge. At this point, just having to deal with Guzma being game is just really, really rough. And I do love like the interaction between Acerola and Super Boost. The fact that we can kind of just bounce this thing around is very cool. This one Ralts that I just nestballed for is probably just going to be the end here. But we do see the promotion of the Sylveon, but they have the fairy energy on their Lele. I feel like usually though, to save themselves, like having to do an extra game action, if they just have game, like if they just had the Guzma, they would have promoted the Lele or something and just gone into the Guzma. So maybe they don't have it. Maybe I can just go knock out this Sylveon. They do have Max Potion. I'm fine with that. Good to know that they also play Healing. They also have Energy Recycler in their hand. But do they have any sort of Guzma card? Probably not. Or even just a draw supporter. I feel like if they don't even have a draw supporter. So I'm fine with this. I don't think I actually judge this hand at all. So we're going to go power draw here. We need to do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. We actually just knock this thing out just clean. So that would be fantastic. I can actually. Oh, this is beautiful because now I do take away their option to knock out an easy one prizer. So we're just going to promote this. We get to evolve into our other Guardy here. And now we got the dream team. So like we're good to go. I think at this point we just keep our 3 stage 2s out. And let's see, in order to knock this out, I think the super boost will do it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So we should be cool on that knockout as well. And then if my opponent were to promote a Guardy, and I think I kind of need to be a little bit careful there just to make sure I don't lose myself the game. But yeah, I think I'm good. So let's just Infinite Force. I don't actually want to put more energy on the Guardy just in case they get their own supercharged Guardy up and going here. And here's all my rare candies. So finally getting a hold of these that were kind of, missing in action earlier in the game. But looks like Super Boost may take us there, may be able to get us the win on this game, as scrappy as it has been. I think the only thing that I would have trouble knocking out this turn would be an actual Gardevoir GX. So I can do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. I think if I got double Secret Spring and a DCE, I could even knock out a clean Guardy, or not even that. I think I just knock out a clean Guardy anyways with Choice Band and triple attach. So I do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Yep. So I do have all the juice to knock out a clean Gardevoir as well in my hand. So unless my opponent wins this turn, which I don't think that they can do, they have been drawing just terribly awkward. I'll give them that. But they did out-finesse me with those Plea GXs. They made things a little bit, with the Plea GX, they made things a little bit sketchy with that, but we were able to pull out, and Gardevoir tends to do this sometimes, and it creates some very long, weird, awkward games, especially when you get like healing involved, because no one wants to commit. So that's just, I actually didn't know that I had my third Guardy left in deck. So that Ralts wasn't always a liability. I could have gone, wow, okay. The more you know. So we've got game. Let's go ahead. Let's Secret Spring, do all this stuff. But yeah, so I guess I could have dug for my other Gardevoir GX. Interesting. Yes, to prevent myself from... Oh, gosh, I just misclicked. I was going to... Okay, that's fine. I was going to Secret Spring, and I just... Yep, we did that. So let's pretend, let's pretend I didn't. Oh my gosh, Andrew. Okay, so I've been really bad on misclicks lately, but oh my gosh, my opponent punishes me for that. I'm going to feel very silly. But I was just going to like Secret Spring, but I forgot that I had already used that Gardevoir Secret Spring. So I was just trying to go through the actions very quickly. And this is one of the reasons why I hate playing online. It's so, oh my gosh, it can be finicky sometimes. But, oh well, we'll get that. You know what? We'll get the Sylveon next turn. If they do, just get a DCE, though. They might just win. You know what? That's fine. I deserve it. If I lose, I deserve it for misclicking. So that's fine. You guys... Oh, I got a max potion. Oh, goodness. I think that's their 4th DCE, though. So, like, I don't think that they can actually... I think they have 3 in the discard. So they actually can't retreat this thing with a DCE. So I think I'm just, like, totally safe from my own, misclick. But that still is not a misclick that you ever want to make. So that should be good. All right. Thank you, sir, for allowing me to actually just properly win the game with the cards that I had in my hand. Okay, Infinite Force. So don't be like me. Don't accidentally click Secret Spring or click Infinite Force when you're trying to Secret Spring. But anyways, we got there. Never punished. Let's go. 3-0 with, was it 3-0? I felt like maybe it was 2-0, but I had one like kind of free win handed to me in the middle there somewhere. I actually don't even remember. But at this point, it's getting late, and I've got to go to work in the morning. So let's show off that Guardy list. And, we did pretty good with it. Super Boost Energy was pretty dope. Not going to lie. So definitely into that. Stay tuned for videos the rest of this week. Going to be showing off Tapu Bulu tomorrow, like I was saying. So that is pretty cool. A lot of people have been hype on Tapu Bulu. In my Tapu Bulu video, I actually play against, like, multiple Guardies, and it's just like, ugh. But, yes, so here's my Swampert Guardy Sylveon GX deck. Pretty cool. Love using that Super Boost Energy. Anyways, thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell. Let me know what do you guys think of Gardevoir in the comments below. Peace.